Yes. That's your social core. And then that, yes. Oh, go ball, boy. All right. Corbin, last chance. Last chance, Corbin. You're good? Okay. Ellie's going to be super sad. Just saying. Just saying. Mom's going to be sad. Drop it there. Oh, you're coming back here? No. It'll be done by then. Let me see your thumb. Let's go, Blue! Well, at least he didn't grab the cookie. Oh, he saw it, but he ate his fruit and the yogurt or whatever. Ate the strawberry and yogurt.
He's not, but he played about 25 minutes the first half.
I think his son's bigger than mine, but anyway, it's like this. He's got what?
He played really well to start. Pretty good the second shift, but he was on Tuesday. They played their first game on turf, and they looked like they'd never been on a fucking soccer field before. It was terrible. Who did they play? Zumwalt East, at least starting the game. So they started out and gave up a couple of goals pretty quickly. So they went down to 2-0 to Zumwalt East and tied. Yeah, they beat Zumwalt East the first time we played them. We were 3-0, 3-1 or something. Definitely better, but I mean, the game was ugly. I mean, the whole game was ugly, but especially the beginning of the game was really ugly. It was just, they looked completely lost. But I mean, the grass just makes the game prettier with these guys because it slows it down enough that they.
That's why we always played that against the They did that a couple times.
Come on, Logan!
Good job, Logan.
I mean, obviously, all club season long, these guys are playing on the turf, but they practice every day on the grass. They have and that, like I said, that was their first game on the turf, and it really, like the speed of the ball, just looked like it really caught them off guard. They were not ready.
For tune-up practices on the field.
They've got full use of the turf because there's no football, I guess, huh?
Every once in a while, C-team girls will play up.
Go two.
Sagan didn't get to play any club ball at all at Slice this last season. He had a couple of games scheduled, those after obviously it looked, before that happened, the fields looked really nice, at least from the highway. They looked like they were in immaculate shape.
You know, they just added like $2 or $3 million upgrade.
Slice did?
Go
Right before that happened?
Yeah, they put in bathrooms over by the first four fields that were kind of separated.
Mm-hmm.
They put in bathrooms, and then they put permanent ones. And then they put in the next.
Nice, Carson.
That's why they never have enough netting at most of these fields.
Yeah, because it's a lot more expensive than whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Corb, bring that ball up to the front. Quick.
Wow. Really?
Just bring it in front of the stand.
I mean, I figured it was expensive, but I didn't know it was that expensive.
Kind of put it about half one. About up there on the grass, like right on top of the
We went to a tournament in Kansas or in Olathe, and they had, it was a complex that had been there for a while, but they had also added some new fields that were kind of sort of, I mean, the main complex was up on this nice flat big area, but then the new fields were kind of around the corner and down the hill, and they had these little tiny nets right behind each goal, including one that just basically faced into the inner So they lost a couple of balls in that that game. I just thought it was weird that they had nothing to really stop balls going down onto the highway. I mean, it was down a hill and to the highway, but still.
And that's fine for the little kids.
Yeah.
Put a ball.
Go two. Good pressure. Pressure. There you go. Good job. Nice ball. Come on, Logan. Be there, go. Okay, corner.
Yeah, Sagan's club team, for whatever reason, always goes to Olathe in the early spring, which is annoying to me because it's windy and cold. Let's go to Memphis or something like that instead.
We always go to Memphis. We always go south in the spring, and then we go west in the fall.
Put it in!
Oh! Oh, bummer.
The cool thing, a couple of years ago, it was kind of cool because I had gotten tickets to a sporting game that was that Sunday night, and they played in the semifinal. The kids played in the semifinal that morning. I was rooting them for them to lose because otherwise we would have. Yeah, I can't remember whether we would have just been late or not been able to make it at all. And then the last we were there this spring, and the final was like the sporting game that Sunday was at 6, and the final was at 7, so I didn't even bother buying tickets, and we did make the final. Another guy that did get tickets, he'd gotten like tickets for his whole family. I don't know, like 6 of them or something. He went to the kids' game, and I don't think they got anything for the tickets. I'm trying to remember who they were playing. I can't remember. I think he blew a couple hundred or more on tickets he didn't use. Sporting game's pretty fun. Have you been?
Just once. We did a 3v3 tournament up there in the summer, and it came with free tickets.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
As part of the deal. So they weren't scheduling games. We were
The game we went to a couple years ago was awesome. They played Colorado and pretty much dominated. There were 3 really cool goals.
Yes.
The weather was perfect. It was just great.
Hands down, hands down.
And the crowd there is pretty fun.
The problem is Kansas City is just as hot as we are, and they play in the summertime.
Yeah, I haven't gone to any games in the summer. That would probably
Nice ball.
probably not be this.
Remember when we had that big, huge ice storm back in it was like early December, like 15 years ago. 14, 15 years ago. That was when they were having the national championship at SLU. And they were supposed to play Friday, Sunday. They canceled all games Friday, and then they played Saturday, Sunday. And I went with my cousin, Randy's cousin was a D3 soccer coach, so he got us tickets.
At 6:30.
And it was,
I'm like, what is going on?
for
What is this?
a national championship game, they hardly anybody there. Right? SLU stuff isn't that big.
Your ball.
So,
Is that where one of those deals where they hold a championship like for D1, D2, and D3 all together at the same place, or no?
It was just D1. And so we got to go to the semifinal, and they had, it's like UCLA and UC Santa Barbara, these California schools. I mean, we're standing in ice. Like, they broke up the ice and the things, but it was like that. And metal bleachers standing in ice. So his uncle and his brother who got the ticket. So I was going with the 2 brothers and their dad, and then me. The dad didn't come because of the ice storm, and then one of the brothers didn't come, but the other one was coming from Kansas City, from Chicago. He took the train down, so I picked him up and we went to the game. He stayed with some buddies. And the best part was couldn't leave the facility, right? He had 4 tickets. So we left the facility and we used the other 2 tickets to get back in. And there's a pizza place right across the street from Vito's, right across the street from SLU. Everybody's dying because it's so cold. We go over there, warm up in between games, get some pizza.
Oh, it's 2 games and you have to stay there the whole time or you forfeit your ticket.
Yeah, so we were able to leave and then come back with the other 2 tickets. and then we went to the final, and he even looked at me after the final and he's like, I don't think I could have made 2 games today because it's that much colder. I'm like, yeah, this is awful.
Never seen you guys actually play. Is it 6 or 6? Are you guys on turn?
Yeah, we're third.
Win, right here.
Oh.
I do kind of enjoy getting out there in the cold, though. I mean, like, getting all bundled up and just...
Well, the best part is if you can go and watch, as much as they're bundled up and freezing, it's not snowing. It's in the 30s at least, and 40s. It's just raining. It might be really
My cousin went to the... Oh, there we go. Go get it, Sig.
Yes. Good work, Blue.
My cousin went to that. It was during the Chase Daniel era. I went to that. I think it was a Big 12 final, maybe, right? They played Oklahoma and got stomped, and it was freezing cold, but not and rainy. It rained hard, and it was super cold and windy. And the stadium was like emptied out long before the end of the game. My cousin said it was soaking wet everywhere. My cousin said that he collected a bunch of people that just left hats and coats and stuff. Collected a bunch of free Mizzou gear that people had left behind and just and bailing on the game. Oklahoma scored from 62 points against us in that game. Did I have that wrong?
He plays for us.
We played them twice.
We played them.
That was the only team that beat us. We were ranked number 1,
right.
I think.
Yep. And for 1 week we were ranked number 1, and then we lost to them, but it was a close game the first time, and then we played them in the conference final, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
And that's the game that was at. It was at the Arrowhead, right? And it was miserable conditions, and we got absolutely stomped.
And then we turned around. We didn't get invited to a BCS bowl game.
And Kansas did.
And then we beat that.
The guns are really just jump over him.
In the Cotton Bowl. And we ended up ranked 4th in the country.
Kansas got invited, even though we had stomped them during this regular season by I can't remember. We really stomped them though.
Actually, I think they ended up coming back and making it close.
Okay.
No, I'd have lied. It maybe was somebody over
I think
there.
we were up big, and then they scored 2 touchdowns late to cut it to 6 or 8 or something.
Okay.
The score was a lot closer than the game.
Right.
They
That
turned
sounds
on
that
in the
sounds
fourth
right.
quarter.
Yeah.
Actually, the only reason I know that is I rewatched that game. It was on Fox Sports Midwest a couple weeks ago, and I watched it.
He may have taken one of the cookies.
Just because it was Chase Daniel and Macklin. And
Yeah, if I'd noticed that, I'd watch it too.
Yeah. No.
the worst part is Oklahoma was probably the best team, but they lost to somebody awful and ended up not going to the national championship.
He went for the ball. He missed it, but he went for it. It's unfortunate when you don't keep the ball. Probably was.
Yes, way to be there. Come on, Alex.
He's ahead. There you go, Alex.
Get with it. Good job, Sagan. Do it, Blue.
Nice try. Yeah, Micah.
He was definitely not offside.
Yeah, Micah.
Good job, Micah. He actually wasn't. What's the story? Kept him on.
Well, the keeper had the ball and he kicked it out of his hand.
Yeah.
He was on his side.
Yeah. Whoever's over there. Dawkins, I think, over there kept him on.
It was bad.
Yeah.
They called it when the kids came outside the house. We're like, wow, okay.
That's basics.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's easy to follow.
Girls, I told the girls I would do 30 and we do it.
All right, see.
You got the same message they did. It was on your text. The text. Well, I was texting all of you inside. So what time is it? It's after 5, they got 20 minutes.
Hey,
I think so I said we'll do about 6:30. I got these rods on.
Kathy, did you say that Dalton wants to bring Ann into our house or to the rec spot? Just come to our house.
yeah, I was having,
Subdivision.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's
should
good.
be doing
Yeah.
it. He's, the, distance is,
job, Micah.
Well,
this
I'll
gas
dig
station,
and ask them
and Garrett's house is right across the street from us, quickly. Just way across.
Have him.
Yeah, as soon I'll have him take him home. I have him change.
Sometimes it takes a while. Sometimes it takes a minute to get on our side.
Exactly. If they backed up at the light. Yeah.
Support him now, support him.
Well, I'm just saying.
Listen, if I take a big touch, you're gonna get it.
But anyway, he says, I told the girls I'd be home out. And they're waiting on Jacob. And he says, well, they still don't want to keep me in the loop. I go, you got the same message everybody else did. Oh, I don't read those. Oh, okay. Oh, and that's my fault.
Come on, Carson, get yourself something. Let's go. Out wide here.
Unfortunately, the story is gone.
Yeah, it's a shame, but you know what, that happens. That's how Kevin and his brother Mike was.
But I just don't know. I mean, it's just like, you know, he's not wearing technique. So he's catching up on that. And he was always going to sign with one technique. Again, it was always great. But now,
He's on.
Yeah, Kevin and his brother Mike was the superstar in high school.
Turn, Blue!
Isn't that something?
Good job, Micah.
good job, Micah! Micah had his own ones too.
Him and like when he was driving with him.
Yeah, but I
Sometimes you can't see them when they get out.
Not me.
Good step. No, keep.
Go, Alex! They win it, Alex! Over me. Hey, got a touch? Whistle 10.
Go blue! Come on, boys. Keep heads up. Keep it positive. Yeah.
Hard.
Double!
White.
Drop. Nolan, Gunzo, talk. Hey, top box. You got two open. You guys are working the same guy. Hey, someone else open.
Yeah.
Then you both left with one.
Stop! Box. Stop! Hey.
Mike can't have a voice after these things.
No joke.
Hey, they can hear him. I love it.
Come on, White. Let's go. I mean, blue. Blue.
Go, Alec! Pressure!
Let's go, blue. Doing good. Just keep it up.
Pressure! Get off tackle, guys! Basic!
Good job, Micah.
You should go to Dallas with us tomorrow. I said, if I was tired, I would.
Go, say again.
Come on! Give him the ball!
Go.
Get a rebound.
Get in, Nolan!
Yeah. Way to work, Blue!
Follow!
Way to follow it up. Good job, Sadie.
Nice job, Gonzo! Keep up the pressure, boys!
Keep going, blue. All right, blue. Let's get another one. Right away.
Pressure!
Guys, we're fine. Fake news still playing? He's on varsity. Has he scored any goals this year? He scored 2 the last year.
Everyone else on 18.
Come on,
I don't
Blue!
really know.
Get it!
Trevor texted it, but I didn't see what else was going on. There must have been some other something.
Mark the backside!
That'll work. Sorry about your luck, Gannon. Go for a run, dude.
Yeah, we gotta run now.
Yep. Oh, sorry about your... Go get it, dude. He's like, really?
Go through the net.
Really? I have to go down there?
Marcus!
It's like in somebody's backyard now.
Let's go, blue. Go, blue.
First touch, Blue. Good. You're with it. Come on, Blue. Let's get another one. Move it up. Yeah, Blue. Check, boy. Come on, Bulldog.
Luke, you got it, Luke. Nice.
Good job, Luke. I hope you got the first one. Yep, thank you. I'm like, oh, I hope you saw that first one.
Yeah, I'm like.
Come on, wide on it. Settle. Good. Come on, Blue, get some shape. Stay in it. Mark, watch back door. Get the rebound, Bulldog. Go, Blue, get it, clear it. Yes. Send it up, send it up.
No, that's nothing.
Hey, how many coaches? Hey, 5! 5, come on, boys. Like 5. Come on, hey, here's go. Hey, stop over. Come on. Yeah, right there. That's good. Hey, someone cover. Yeah, that's good. Hey, Viv.
And you know that Duke can't understand a word he said.
Yeah, right. Stay there. Don't move. Go, Blue. Finish it, Bulldog. Come on, Micah. Going over.
Oh, a bunch of people. Yep. Hey, start packing your stuff up because we're going to be leaving real soon. Okay, I said go pack your stuff up.
I will. I'm just not going to bring it.
Okay, drag the blanket down here. I'll do it explain. Okay.
Bring it right now, and then I will.
Move out of the way, please. Advance.
They're pretty close.
Good job, Trev. Good job, Will.
You can't be mad.
Just because he can jump higher. Hey, he doesn't go in. He's going up. He should be grounded. Right.
Watch it! You never touched it! You gotta be short! Work up, boy!
Keep going, guys. Just get ready.
Work up!
Just get ready.
Hey, tough box! Tough box!
Don't worry about it, Blue. Come on, Blue.
First touch, Blue! What?
No, nothing.
Let's go! Push up! Don't let him out of our house!
Let's go, Blue. Let's possess it.
Out of there, Blue! Come on, guys, who's on your back? Hey, Carson, stay tight on him.
Let's go, Blue.
Let's finish strong, Blue.
Hey, someone watch 13. 16! Hey, but watch 13 coming in. Yes, Trevor. Drop! Watch 11. Spread! Touch head! Out. Get it out!
Don't do it.
Alright, let's just play, guys.
Oh, it's way back there.
Catch up.
Way back.
Wrap it up!
Back in the circle.
Hey, one more!
You know he rolled. You know he threw it.
The circle.
Hey, guys.
Boys, it's in the regs. Mark up. Aiden, we don't need a wall. It's in the regs.
The ball is back here.
He's doing it on purpose to complain about it, but you know he watched him throw it. He rolled it out in front of him.
Go, four. Hey, guys.
That's your wall.
Come on, Blue.
Go, Blue. Get in there.
It's in the regs.
Listen to your keeper!
Good. Go shoot.
He's calling Cooper?
Come on, Chris. You know that. What's going on? How is he calling off?
They were running together. The kid was in front of him.
Drop ball. Take it. Drop ball.
Why are we calling a drop ball on an offsides call? Oh my lord.
Blue, keep it positive, Blue.
Get in there, Gonzo.
That is scoring it to me, and that's what you're going to do? Really?
Play it.
Everybody's confused about what in the world is happening. These kids are really good about flying on the ground. Yes, flapping.
Come on, Blue. Put it in the net. Get up there. Get up there. Get up there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Can't hear you, Michael.
I'm sorry, Will. I'll whisper.
I like this role that Will's playing. He's like the mediator of the team. He's keeping them calm.
Get it out!
Good job, Will. Do it. Go do it.
Yes. All right, here we go, Blue. Here we go. You all right?
Blue, keep it in front of you.
Let's go!
Go to the ball.
Good job, Micah.
Good job, Micah. Call the play, Micah. Possess it, Blue. Possess it.
Come on, Zach!
Come on, let's go. Good. That's it, go, take it up. Yes. Come on, Owen.
Nice, Dominic.
Carson. Want it, wide, want it. Get it out, Blue. Get it out.
Mason.
Yeah, Owen.
Here we go. There we go. Here we go. Slow down.
Carson, move up. Go, Tim, stay with it.
Go, Timmy. Send him.
Play smart, Blue. Make good passes. Micah! Switch field! 40 seconds, Blue, let's get one. Where's Ryan? Win it! Win!
Go, 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 go. Go, Coop.
Go, Cooper!
Eating time, no matter what. Oh, go over his head.
2-1 tie.
We'll take it. Yep. Hey, nice work, Blue. Way to come back, boys.
Oh, this is that team that they also lost 2 to Eureka.
Any given day.
Yeah, that's
Any
how
given
sports
day.
are.
Corbin, let's roll.
I didn't see Kyle out there. He got kind of holding me for the last 15 minutes. I just said hi to Jim and I was done.
I'll talk to you later. Okay.
What's he doing? Just hanging around watching